So, here is a question. What is the best value Cube road bike for the 2025 season? And in my opinion, it is the Cube ATTAIN C62 SLX road bike. So hello friends, and thank you for watching the Cycling Insider channel. So in this episode, I will definitely give you the buyer's guide for this Cube ATTAIN bike, and also I will give you the main reasons why this bike, in my opinion, is the best value road bike from Cube in 2025. So let's start with the price of this bike. So the retail price is 2,500 British pounds or 2,500 euros, which I consider an excellent price in today's bike market. And also, if you are based in Europe or UK, you can easily buy this Cube bike. But I'm not so sure if Cube has any distributors for the US. This is something you should check with any of the authorized Cube dealers, just to be sure if you are trying to buy this bike in the US, how much would it cost. But for the European market and UK market, 2,500 euros or 2,500 British pounds. Also, when you think about this Cube ATTAIN bike, this is a typical example of an endurance road bike, which in my opinion is absolutely excellent, because a bit more relaxed geometry, the whole carbon fiber frame and fork designed for long days in the saddle. So definitely for majority of the bike riders, this should be the type of the geometry and the type of the bike they should buy. When it comes to the paint schemes on this bike, you have two paint schemes to choose from. One is this beautiful metallic green, almost like a light green paint scheme. And then also, I am glad to report that Cube is offering another paint scheme, which is this pure white paint scheme with a hint of silver. Absolutely excellent when you consider the retail price of this bike, which is 2,500 British pounds. Also, when you look at the frame and the fork on this bike, so what are you getting? So this is the carbon fiber frame, C62 carbon fiber frame from Cube, and also the carbon fiber fork. This frame press fit bottom bracket, also 12mm through axles both front and the back, and as you can see, all the cables internally routed through the frame. So this is now, I would say, a standard example of an endurance carbon fiber frame and the fork. I'm glad they've ticked all the boxes here. Absolutely no special complaints from me, so it's going to be a perfectly fine carbon fiber frame and the fork. I believe that the frame is about 1,100 grams. Again, perfectly fine. I'm not expecting anything, super light in this range of the bikes. Also, when you look at some of the smaller components like handlebar and the stem, in this instance, these are simple aluminum handlebar and the stem, perfectly fine in my opinion. No complaints here. If you really want in the future, of course, you can always upgrade the handlebar to a carbon fiber handlebar. It will help a little bit with absorbing some of the smaller road bumps, but personally, I just wouldn't bother in upgrading the handlebar or the stem. Although, if you find, for example, this handlebar to be a bit too wide, I believe these handlebars will be something like 44 centimeters, then definitely, if you are replacing it to get a bit narrower handlebar, then it also makes sense to upgrade to the carbon fiber one. When you look at the saddle and the seat post, excellent carbon fiber seat post, really a big plus in my opinion, because these carbon fiber seat posts will definitely absorb some of the smaller road bumps. And this saddle is some kind of classical in-house production from Cube. I'm not expecting anything special here, and even if you don't like this saddle, it's going to be very easy to replace in the future. Okay, moving on to the group set on this bike. So what are you getting for your hard-earned money? So this is the Shimano 105 Di2 electronic group set. So a 12-speed group set from Shimano. Absolutely stunning in my opinion. So shifters, front mech, rear mech, everything is Shimano 105 Di2. Also, they didn't cut corners here in the sense that the crankset is also Shimano 105 and in this instance this is the double chain rings at the front, so 50-34 chain rings at the front, and it is also paired with this beautiful cassette 11-34 cassette. So you definitely have this amazing 1-to-1 gear ratio, and this is exactly what you want in an endurance road bike. And if you are climbing any steep mountains, this is definitely going to be easy because of this 1-to-1 gear ratio. I forgot to mention here the cassette is also Shimano 105 cassette, excellent stuff. And when you look at the chain on this bike, this is Shimano's 12-speed chain. I think this is their M71 series, so the chain from the mountain bike components of Shimano. This doesn't matter because even in the future, when you need to replace this chain, you can use any 12-speed Shimano compatible chain. So road bike chains, mountain bike chains, totally fine. So all in all, stunning Shimano Di2 electronic group set, Shimano 105 Di2 electronic group set, and definitely no complaints here from me when it comes to this electronic group set. Also, when you look at the braking performance on this bike, they didn't cut corners here. So this is the Shimano's 105 hydraulic disc brakes, both front and the back. And in this instance, 160mm braking rotors, both front and the back. Excellent choice, I have to say, because ultimately you want these 160mm braking rotors front and the back because of good heat dissipation and also excellent stopping power. You don't want these small 140mm braking rotors. They are just an absolute joke in my opinion. Also, I will mention here that these braking rotors are some kind of Shimano's RT, probably 70 braking rotors. Nothing special to add. They're going to be perfectly fine out of the box, but in the future, when you destroy these braking rotors, it's definitely worth a bit upgrading to the Shimano Ultegra braking rotors, just because they're going to have a bit better heat dissipation. Okay, let's talk about the wheel set and the tires on these bikes. So when you look at the wheel set, this is the Newman Evolution SLR 35 wheel set. Newman, again, as the in-house brand of Cube, they produce some excellent wheel sets, and this Evolution SLR 35 is an aluminum wheel set from Newman. As the name suggests, the rim height is 35mm. This wheel set, the total weight is going to be approximately 1,750 grams, and 21 spokes, both front and the back. It is a tubeless ready wheel set, and the hubs on this wheel set, they call them some kind of Fade RSJ hubs, probably some kind of classical seal cartridge bearing hubs. They will work perfectly fine. I'm not expecting anything special here. Also, internal width of this wheel set is 22mm, which is, nice, nothing special. You can now buy wheel sets with maybe 24-25mm internally, which is excellent if you want to run, for example, 32mm tires. So this wheel set, as it is, no special complaints for me when you look at it as the classical aluminum wheel set. I will also mention here that in the future, if you are thinking of upgrading the wheel set, let's say you want to move to a bit more aerodynamically optimized carbon fiber wheel set, I can definitely recommend you to have a look at the Reserve wheels. For example, this Reserve 5263 carbon fiber wheel set, so 52mm front, 63mm at the back rim height, with the DT Swiss 350 hubs, stunning hubs, has a starting price of 1,800 euros. And also, this carbon fiber wheel set is tubeless ready wheel set, total weight 1,660 grams. So you see, you are saving a bit of weight, of course, compared to that aluminum wheel set, but also this is going to be much more aerodynamically optimized and faster wheel set. And the good thing here with Reserve wheels is that internal width is 25 millimeters for the front and 24 millimeters for the rear, so definitely much better optimized for, let's say, running the 32 or even 34 millimeter tires. So definitely something to consider in the future. Of course it is 1,800 euros, but it's definitely worth if you are thinking of upgrading your wheel set on this bike. Also, standard tires on this Cube bike are the Continental Grand Prix tires, 30 millimeter tires in this instance, both front and back. Again, it is an excellent choice, and the only thing I would add here is that in the future, when you need to replace these tires, I would definitely buy 32 millimeter tires, both front and the back, just because you will have more air volume and the bike ride is definitely gonna be much more smoother. So there you go. In my opinion, this Cube ATTAIN C62 SLX is the best value Cube road bike for the 2025 season, and don't forget that the retail price is 2,500 British pounds or 2,500 euros, but definitely you can find these bikes discounted a bit, or you can nicely negotiate this price and easily get 10 to 15% discount on this retail price. So this is gonna be it for today. I hope you like what I'm doing. If you do, keep on watching, keep on liking, and as always, I will see you soon in the next episode. Cheers.